So you're thinking about selling your home. It can feel huge, right? Like this massive, complicated process. But I promise, it doesn't have to be. The best way to think about it is like a journey with a really clear map. And today, we're going to walk through that map together, step by step, from day one all the way to closing day. Let's dive in.
But before we get into the nitty-gritty, I've got a question for you. Think about your home right now. You've got that light fixture you love, those shelves you installed perfectly, maybe you even have a massive 700-pound stone fountain in the backyard. When you sell, what can you actually pack up and take with you? You might be surprised by the answer.
And that leads us right into our first and honestly one of the most crucial steps, figuring out what legally has to stay with the house. This isn't about what you want to take, it's about the law. And it all boils down to two simple concepts: fixtures versus personal property.
So what in the world is a fixture? Well, think of it this way. It's anything that used to be a movable personal item, but you've since attached it to the property so that it's, well, permanent. You've screwed it in, bolted it down, maybe even planted it in the ground. If it counts as a fixture, guess what? It stays with the house.
Okay, let's make this super clear with some examples. That microwave built into your cabinetry, that's a fixture. It stays. The one just sitting on your countertop, that's your personal property. You can take it. Those rose bushes you planted, they're fixtures. But those gorgeous potted plants on the patio, they're all yours. And yeah, that 700-pound fountain, as long as it's not cemented into the ground, it's considered personal property, so you can take it with you. It's all about how it's attached. All right, so you've sorted out what you can pack and what has to stay. Now for the fun part, getting your house ready for its big debut. This whole phase is about making your home shine for potential buyers, so let's get into how to do it.
Long before that for sale sign hits your lawn, there's some homework to do. This is your chance to declutter like crazy. Pack up those winter coats in the summer. It makes every room look bigger. You'll also want to gather up all your important documents, like records of any recent upgrades or what your average utility bills look like. Oh, and don't forget the simple stuff, like getting a spare key made for the agent's lockbox.
And all that prep work, it is so worth it. Because here's the thing, a buyer's first impression, it's everything. These days, that first impression usually happens online, from the photos. You want every shot and every in-person visit to feel clean, inviting, and really well cared for. This is your home's time to shine.
Okay, picture this. You get a text. Can we show your house in 15 minutes? Don't panic. This is where the 10-minute show-ready sprint becomes your best friend. We're not talking deep cleaning here. This is pure triage. Make the beds, grab a laundry basket, and just toss all the clutter in it and hide it in the closet. Wipe down the counters and flip on every single light. It makes the whole place feel brighter and bigger.
And seriously, let's be real. That moment is pure stress. I absolutely love this quote because it just gets it. It's totally okay to have that initial moment of panic. Just take a deep breath, mentally check panic off your to-do list, and get moving. You got this.
Now, what if you have a little more warning, like a whole hour? That's a luxury. You can really step up your game. You do everything on that 10-minute list, but now you have time to run the vacuum, give the mirrors a quick wipe, and scrub the toilets. And this is a big one. Do a quick patrol of the yard for any landmines your pets might have left. Trust me, buyers will be walking around out there.
You've cleaned, you've decluttered, you've practiced your speedy tidy-up, and now it's go time. This is the day your home officially transforms from your private space into a product on the open market. It's super exciting, so let's pull back the curtain on what actually happens.
Listing day is a total whirlwind. It's not just flipping a switch. It usually kicks off in the morning with professional photos and final measurements. Then it's time to sign the official listing paperwork. By the afternoon, things get real. The lockbox goes on the door, and that for sale sign gets hammered into the yard. Then, usually in the evening, your agent hits the button, and your home is live on the MLS for thousands of buyers to see.
And just like that, boom, your home is for sale. The game is officially changed. From this point on, your number one job is just to stay ready. All those 10-minute and 1-hour drills are about to pay off big time because you want to be able to say yes to every single showing request that comes your way. Okay, so the showings are happening, people are coming through, and then you get the call. You have an offer. This is where things get really interesting, and you've got some big decisions to make. Seriously, getting that offer in hand is a major milestone. You should celebrate it, but hold on, it's not the finish line just yet. Really, it's the start of the negotiation, and you're the one in the driver's seat.
You're at a crossroads, and you basically have three paths you can take. One, you can accept the offer exactly as it is. If it's perfect, congratulations. Two, you can reject it flat out if it's just not in the ballpark. Or three, and this is the most common path, you can make a counteroffer with new terms, maybe a higher price or a different move-out date.
All right, so you've agreed on a price, you have a contract. Awesome. But that contract probably has some what-ifs built in. We call them contingencies. Think of them as escape hatches for the buyer, giving them time to do their homework, like get a home inspection and make sure their loan gets approved before the sale is 100% final.
Now, two of the biggest hurdles here are the inspection and the appraisal. And listen up, because they are not the same thing and a lot of people mix them up. The inspection is for the buyer's peace of mind. It's all about the physical condition of the house. The appraisal, on the other hand, is for the buyer's bank. It's about the financial value. The house has to pass both of these tests to keep moving toward the closing table.
Once you've cleared all those contingencies, the inspection is done, the appraisal came in at value, you can finally breathe a little. You are in the home stretch. This is the final lap, where all the paperwork and details come together to get that house officially sold. So what does that final week really look like? Let's break down the countdown. About a week out, the buyer's lender will issue the clear to close. That's a huge step. Then, a day or two before closing, the buyer will do one last walkthrough to make sure everything's as it should be. Then comes the big day. You sign a mountain of paperwork, and finally, you hand over the keys.
Okay, the papers are signed, but you're not quite done yet. There are just a few loose ends to tie up. Make sure you leave all the keys, garage door openers, and appliance manuals for the new owners. And this is important. Keep your homeowner's insurance and utilities on until the buyer officially takes possession. And then, the best part. You get to go to the bank and deposit that check.
So you did it. Your home is officially sold. Take a moment, celebrate. It's a huge accomplishment. But of course, as one door closes, another one opens. And now you've actually got to move.
Yeah, the logistics of actually moving can sometimes feel just as big as the sale itself. So having a good plan is everything. You've got to forward your mail, call your utility companies, schedule movers, set up services at your new place. A good old-fashioned checklist will be your absolute best friend during this phase.
And that's it. That's our roadmap from for sale to sold. Selling your home is way more than just a financial deal, isn't it? It's the end of a big chapter and the start of a new one. So, with the keys handed over and the boxes packed, the only real question left is, what's your next chapter?